Welcome in. Alright, good evening all. Sorry, some minor technical difficulties to start the night, but we are about to go qualify for the sprint race. We have a sprint and feature race tonight. We're just getting everything set up. And now we are good to roll. Go on board with Zenitsu for their first flying lap. And we'll see just how the sprint is going to churn out tonight. We have a full 20 car grid, so this could be chaotic. 2 races, so 2 chances to gain points and 2 chances to lose them. Zenitsu creating the gap. And now he's going for it. Looks like he was going to bail out of it for a second. So nice and tidy through one. Through the S's now. There's a whole lot of tyre smoke going down into the hairpin. And now's where they're going to drain the battery down the straight. Through sector 3, and it's not a horrible one. Jono also with the fastest lap now with a 32.6. Zenitsu really draining the battery. Zoke with a 31.3. Big snap of oversteer there for Zenitsu. But Zenitsu's done a 32.1. Fish Lips currently on a lap. It's gonna get very busy here. And Fishlip's about to come across the line. And if the lap's valid, we'll see the time. First drive on the soft tyre. And only a 33. Sharks on an outlap. Combine is also on the medium tyre in that Alpine. Little bit of a snap there. And he'll manage a 33.5. The two Red Bulls in 6th and 7th. So they're not doing too badly. Toasty's done a 42. There was probably something that happened on that lap, probably obstructed. And Combine's invalidated. Dark about to set a lap. And he's got one of the Astons right behind him, but I think they're just finishing a lap. Well, in fact, Dark was actually finishing a lap, and he's done a 32.8. Shark now on a lap in that Mercedes, and also on the soft tyre. What can he do? A lot of people getting their bank laps on a medium. And Shark getting quite a decent amount of drive out onto that back straight. Zoke still with the fastest lap, 4 minutes to go, so business end of the season now. Well, the session rather. So there's 5 people still to put qualifying times in. And Shark's done a 33.5. And Zooland is just invalidated. ETD's lap is still valid, and looks like he's going for it on these 3 lap old softs. Can he improve from where he's at? Meso is also on an out lap. So we're about to see a massive exodus from the pits, I reckon. And ETD onto the back straight now. Laps looking decently tidy. So Jono has also moved up to 2nd now as well. So currently it's Zook, Jono and Grid Jokes for the top 3. Oh. So an improvement on time, but not on position. Meso about to start his lap. So everyone's switching over to the soft tyre now, so this is going to shake up the order a little bit. 1:50 left in the session. And everyone's sort of sidestepping now. A little bit of a slide there from Meso, nothing horrible though. Oh, and this could put a bit of curtains to Meso. Nope, everyone's still sidestepping. This is where it's going to get a little chaotic. You got so many people on an outlap. And to be fair, you got a lot of people in the same area of real estate. And Meso trying to make his way through it, trying to be as unobstructed as possible. And he'll get through the last corner. And we'll see what time he's put in. So he's gone third fastest. Meanwhile, Grid Jokes is actually in a good position here because he's in a lot of clear air. He's on fresh tyres. So Grid Jokes has actually done really well. He's done a purple sector 1. Sorry, interrogative, a purple sector 2. So he could go to provisional pole here because there's no traffic around him. So Kakarot and Fish Lips have finished their session. Everybody else still to put in final laps. I'm pretty sure Meso's done with his. Grid Jokes is gonna go straight to provisional pole. There's still Zoolander, Sammy, Data, and McJammy yet to put in laps. So what can Zook do? He's in a good bit of clear air as well. These two have done phenomenally well with car placement here. He's going to go across the line, and it's not good enough. Next one that can possibly do it is Jono. Sammy's gone provisional pole now with a 31-1. And Jono might get a little bit of a tow from the Alpine in front of him. McJammy's done a 30.4. Hopefully somebody can beat that. And Jono's done a 30.7. Not quite close enough. And that is pretty much everybody across the line. So it's McJammy and Jono on row 1. Row 2 is Sammy and KB. Row 3 is Grid Jokes and Zook. Row 4 is Data and Toasty. Row 5 is Tiglio and Meso. Row 6 is Zenetsu and Blicky. Row 7 is Combined and Kakarot. So row 8 will be Dark and Franz, row 9 will be ETD and Shark, and row 10 will be Fish Lips and Zoolander, who was unable to set a time. And this is just the sprint. So now everyone making final preparations for the race. So that'll just really be setting the fuel and deciding what tyre they want to go on. Alright, here we go. 5 red lights coming to life for the sprint here at Kota. And we're away racing. So it's a big combination of mediums and hards. This could spice up the feature race. Jono's through to the lead of the race already. So you got Meso and ETD that have gone on the hards, probably trying to conserve for the main race. Be one lap before DRS is enabled. 20 cars all storming through Sector 1. It's all been nice and tidy. The few side-by-sides further back. And all seeming to neutralise itself as Blicky goes past Meso in the background there. And Zook and Data fighting over real estate. But everyone packed fairly close together. Pretty much everyone's going to be on DRS on the first lap. Only 2 DRS zones here at Kota as well. So DRS will be enabled this lap. Jono with the fast lap, 33.9. Nobody yet to pip that. And hopefully somebody can break McJammy's winning streak. And Meso's already got a time penalty. And we've got a yellow. And it's Franz. Franz has had an issue. No damage, so it looks like he's done it by himself. And thankfully everyone else has avoided it. Oh, McJammy going wide and Jono cuts off the apex. Not by enough though, he's got to hang with them. And Grid Jokes now with the fastest lap of the race. And Jonathan's going to go straight down the inside at T1 and it's job done. They come through the S's, less than a car length between them. And Sammy now looking to have a crack at his teammate. And ETD now with a time penalty. So 2 of the 3 hard runners getting time penalties. And both Ferraris trying to get around the Red Bull of Jono. And Jono's sticking with it. And he's going to come back down the inside of Sammy. That's a beautiful move. And now he can get a move on and get back on McJammy. That was a magical move. And also Data there trying to make a move on KB. They're going through the S's now. Jono's all over the back of McJammy. So they swing through the S's. And KB's going to want to stay on Data here. They go down into the hairpin. And onto the back straight. DRS zone now, so that rear wing wide open. Oh, and KB now with a penalty. And lucky it's only the sprint race. KB will at least get the DRS down here. Meanwhile, back at the top end of town, a little bit of a feint there from Jono. Battle group starting to form just a little bit. Oh, Blicky getting a little out of shape at the exit there. That's going to leave him vulnerable to Combine, who has gone through. And Combine just managing to keep it in check. Fishlip's desperately trying to stay in DRS of the Mercedes of Shark in front of him. And Jono is now back in the lead of the race. And we've got yellows in sector 3. No safety car though, and Jono's become vulnerable, and Blicky's out of the race. Yep, looks like he's pulled into the pits and retired. And John has actually managed to slip back past McJammy. And we'll have 4 laps to go at the line. And McJammy not with enough pace to be able to get past Jono down that main straight. Next opportunity under DRS will probably be the back straight. and the back straight is a long one. And Tiglio with a 3-second time penalty, so that's 4 drivers now with time penalties in this sprint race. Make that 5 because Franz has just got one. And John are going to try and go right around the outside of Meowsy. And Sammy getting a little bit vulnerable now to data. Sorry, correction, grid jokes. A little bit of a feint there from Jono. On lap 8 of 10 of the sprint race now. And Meso now with a 3-second time penalty, so that's 6 drivers. And Jono going to cut the apex off. McJammy's all over his gearbox right now. And Grid Jokes now has a 3-second time penalty. That takes him out of the equation against Sammy. And Meowsy with the rear wing open. Despite the penalty, Grid Jokes has gone past Sammy. But he also needs to get a bit of a move on as well to try and neutralise that penalty. And Jono desperately trying to get a win for Red Bull here. And he's going to have to defend. McJammy can't get past him down the back straight. There's 2 more DRS zones. So they're about to enter the final lap now, so a white flag will be in the air. Oh, and something's happened in Sector 3. Meanwhile, John has managed to starve off the attack from McJammy down that front straight. Saving battery, the rear blinker is on. Well, that was smart. I think Jono got the DRS. And he did. And he's going to use it with the battery to maximum effectiveness. He's going to go down the inside. They're going to force each other right to the track limits. He's blocked the apex, so McJammy couldn't get down the inside. McJammy's going to try around the outside. It won't work there. He's on the inside, but he's going to flick back to the outside. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact. Oh, and that'll be well over the track limits there. Zook has a 3-second time penalty. And Jono's won the race. And I believe McJammy's actually crashed at the line. Trying to get too much on the power. As the penalties now sorting themselves out. So tough sprint race, but Jono's won it. And most people finishing as they started. So a good start to the race weekend for Jono. And now we're about to go quali for the main event. So tyre considerations are going to be a thing here. Alright, so quali started, we're on board with Zenitsu. Starting his first flying lap. And looking pretty solid through the S's, opting to start on the medium tyre. Little bit of a slide there from Zenitsu. But it's a nice sunny day in Austin. And Zoolander with a 32.6 on the soft tyre, so not a terrible lap. Zenitsu's on a medium, we'll see what he can do. And Zenitsu's done a 32.0, and that's a pretty decent time. There's a big mix of medium and soft tyres for quali. And Fish Lips is invalidated. Franz also invalidated. Toasty has just started a lap though. Dark is also on a lap. Sammy now has set provisional pole with a 31.6. And Toasty with a 31.9 up to P2 provisionally. And Zook now coming down the back straight. Also on the soft tyre. And Zook with a 31.4 up to provisional pole. And Jono's on a flyer, actually fastest sector 1 so far, and that's on the mediums. What can he do in sector 2? So 10 minutes remaining in the session. And that's Jono to provisional pole with a 31.3. Now, what can McJamie do? He's on the soft tyre. I expect a 30 point something here. And it's a 30.6. Now, given that he set that on the soft, is that his allocation of soft tyres done? Or does he have more in the bank? And Grid Jokes has invalidated his lap. Fish Lips is on a valid lap currently. So Fish Lips currently in 14th with a 33.7. Combined is on a lap and heading into sector 3, and we'll see how far he can propel himself up the order. A lot of time marks already on the track, so track really getting rubbered in. So we may even very well see a 29 by the end of the session. It's just under 7 minutes remain. Oh, and it looks like Combined did get the valid lap. He's just invalidated this one, and he's got himself up to 13th. KB looks to have a Ferrari behind him, and that Ferrari will be Sammy. But KB being the car in front, so this may actually very, very well hurt Sammy. Because it'll dig those tyres, even if Sammy is using it for the toe. KB getting very, very loose. Very, very squirrely. He's kept the lap valid though. And KB will go across the line with a 32.0. So Franz on the medium tyre. This lap is valid, so we'll see what he can put in. So far, McJammy has provisional pole, and it's a Ferrari lockout at the moment. And looks like Franz has invalidated the lap and is returning to the pits. Jono, meanwhile, has just entered Sector 2. And he is on a fresh soft tyre. Let's see if he can get into the 29s. That would be absolutely phenomenal. And he's coming down the back straight now. He's got a lot of clear air. And Jono very good at the start, so if he can at least get it on the front row, he's going to have a really good chance. And that's a purple Sector 2. He'll have a really good chance to actually pip McJammy into turn 1 of the main race. And Jono right on the limit. No, he's bailed out. With a purple Sector 2 and he bailed out. And he's going to get held up by his teammate being in the pits here. This could be an issue if they hope to get laps out. Especially with people starting to leave the pits now. We've still got 3 cars that have not put laps in. Really surprised that Jono bailed out of the lap. Oh, and that's Kakarot who's going to have to bail out of the lap, and that'll be him done. There'll not be enough time now. 2.5 minutes remain, so basically about 30 seconds before these guys have to go out. And Sammy's going now. And pretty much the whole field's starting to come out as we're on board with the ETD. Right, final 60 seconds, so this is where it's going to get spicy. ETD, no improvement on position. Right, so McJammy's going to be the first to get his lap in. There's about 40 seconds. That's how long they've got. .30 seconds, so we may, depending on where people are, see some people not getting their laps in. So it's go for broke time now. The 2 Ferraris are on laps. So in fact it's actually going to be Sammy that gets to the line first. So we'll see if he can pip his teammate. 3/10 between them. Zanetsu's there with an outside chance as well. Right, so Sammy coming down the back straight. Right, what can Sammy pull off? He's got to improve by about 4/10 and then some. And he's going to encounter possibly a little bit of traffic from that Mercedes in front of him. Right, so Sammy across the line, improved the time, couldn't improve the position. Next is McJammy. Oh, gets a little squirrely out of the final turn. It's a 30.5, only improved by 1/10. Next is Jonathan Zanetsu's right behind him. These four are the ones that could get pole. So Jono's going to cross the line, and Jono's going to go to provisional pole. Zanetsu across the line, and no improvement, unfortunately, for Zanetsu. So Jono is on provisional pole for the start of the race. That little bit of fishtail that McJammy had coming out of the final turn has definitely cost them. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting start to the main race here. So your grid order for the main race will be Jono and McJammy on row 1. Row 2 is Sammy and Zook. Row 3 is Grid Jokes and Meso. Row 4 is Zanetsu and Dada. Row 5 is Blicky and Toasty. Row 6 is KB and Combine. Row 7 is Tiglio and Kakarot. Row 8 is Dark and Zoolander. Row 9 is ETD and Franz. And row 10 is Fish and Shark. Now people getting the main race strat sorted. Alright, here we go. 5 red lights coming to life. And it's lights out and away we go after a reasonable hold. And a big mix of strategies here. Soft, medium and hard. As everyone comes jostling for position. And there's a crash in the background. 2 or 3 cars involved. There's definitely damage there. And they're still going at it. Oh, big crash, and both of the Astons are out of the race. And that's going to be a VSC. Both of the Astons involved in that. There's going to be a lot of cars coming into the pits for damage repairs. They're going to take advantage of this VSC. Everyone's under Delta right now. Jono did manage to retain the lead. KB's jumped a few spots up to 5th. McJammy's actually lost a spot to his teammate in all of that chaos. This could be a big opportunity for the soft tyre runners to get off those soft tyres, and in fact, they might, considering that we will probably see a safety car, they might be able to run on the hards till the end of the race. And Jono straight into the pits. So the race lead has gone in. And KB's in. Meso also in. Oh, and KB's got a 10-second time penalty. And that was actually perfectly well timed. Unfortunately, KB was speeding in the lane. Jono's onto the hard tyres. He's going to try and go to the end. And Tiglio's out of the race. He's retired. About half the field came in there. So Sammy, now officially the race leader. Oh, it looks like McJammy's had a connection problem. Oh, and it's a full course. It's a full safety car now. So it's actually been upgraded. The graphics just didn't update for us, unfortunately. So Tiglio's car is still circulating, so maybe it's a connection issue. Well, that's a lot of damage to the front wing. And yep, car's gone into the pits. And Dark's got a 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. So Tiglio, KB and Dark all in. So KB must have had damage. No, KB serving a penalty. And that'll put him back onto medium tyres. It's going to be rather hard for him. It's going to be rather hard for him to get to the end of the race on that, but we're more than likely going to have another safety car. And in fact, given that KB's basically in last, as Sammy almost attempting to overtake the safety car, but given that KB's almost basically in last, he's probably going to come back in again this lap if the safety car doesn't return to the pit lane and chuck those hard tyres back on. Okay, so Tiglio just had a connection issue. That's all that was. Alright, safety car is in this lap. So Sammy will control the restart. Backing the pack up. It is at his prerogative of when they start. So no overtaking till the control line. I think he's trying to get as much charge into that battery as possible. Safety car still hasn't made it to the pits. His teammate wants to get on with it. Safety car's in. Approaching the final turn now. He can go anytime he wants. And he's going to start right now. Little bit of wheel spin out of the turn. Data already looking to have a go at McJammy. Darks into the pits. And Data straight down the inside of McJammy. And Sammy is off to the races. He's already pulled over a second since Data took advantage there. As they come storming through the first sector. Nice and clean this time. Toasty's all over the back of McJammy as well. McJammy in a lot of strife. Oh, there's somebody's being collected. And it's Sammy. No, Sammy spun. So Sammy's going to go all the way down to last. Dark's got a 10-second time penalty. He's crossed the pit lane exit line. So Data now to the lead of the race. Sammy's out of it. And Toasty's going to try and go right around the outside of McJammy. And it looks like he's going to get the job done. McJammy going backwards. Combine's gone past him. Something's wrong with McJammy's car, I reckon. Jono already up to 6. Oh, big contact there between Jono and Kakarot. And that was a massive dive from Jono. Jono maybe just been a little too aggressive there. And that's done damage, I think, to both cars. Data now with the fastest lap of the race. Everyone's jostling for position. McJammy's going backwards. McJammy really struggling. And McJammy's shifted high and wide. Because Zook's right alongside. Zook's going to go past him now. McJammy having a horrible feature race. Data now leads in the Alpine. Jono's got a 3-second time penalty. And Jono and Blicky are out of the race. And we've got another safety car. Something might be wrong. Something might actually be wrong with the lobby. We're getting mass disconnect. I am just checking to see if there is anything from the admin room. Okay, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. The race has been restarted. It's a red flag. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Something's happened to the lobby. It's been red flagged. Alright, here we go. Momentarily awaiting the restart. Alright, so we have 19 cars for the restart of this race. So 30 seconds until we are back on track. This also gives a lot of people the opportunity to have a second shot at this race, particularly the two Aston Martins who were knocked out early. So everyone is going to have to load setups, reset their race strats. So we'll see what everybody's doing. Some people may change, some people may stay the same. "19 of the 20 cars returning to the grid. Alright, here we go. 5 red lights coming to life for the second time tonight, and we're away racing. They come tearing down to turn 1. This time it looks to be nice and clean. Oh, Meso's got a 10-second time penalty for severe contact. He's actually completely lost it. And there doesn't look to be damage, luckily for him. But it's all nice and clean. Looks like everybody's restarted on the tyres, and we got another yellow flag. Oh, and that's KB. KB's been spun. He's had to flick it around. Try and get an assessment of damage on that car. And it looks to be okay. There was probably some side-to-side contact. That's one of the McLarens going a little wide there. Meanwhile, back at the top end of town, it's definitely been a much better start this time. And Jono's got Sammy all over the back of him. And Fishlips has just gone past Dark, so that was a very good move in the background there. And Jono with the fastest lap for now. DRS enabled this lap. Sammy's all over the back of him. Meanwhile, in the background, Grid Jokes all trying to climb all over the back of McJammy. Little charge of the battery there from McJammy. Oh, and a little bit of a touch-up. Gridjokes wants to get on with it. Can definitely expect him to send it here. And a lot of dust being kicked up from the cars. McJammy actually pulling away. McJammy looks to have better straight line speed, but Gridjokes has him in the corner, so this could be a very interesting fight. Because McJammy definitely going long, does not want to get caught down the order. What McJammy needs is clear air. and he's just not getting that at the moment. So again, his teammate has pipped him into turn 1. McJammy does have the fastest lap of the race, however. Meanwhile, back in the mid-pack, ETD is trying to get away from Kakarot. And Dark is trying to make some gains on those soft tyres. And Shark is joined, but it might be a little too late, as ETD runs a little wide and Kakarot's got him. Combine trying to get all over the back of Dark. And he's trying to get this moved. Oh, a little bit of contact there. And it's going to get chaotic. And thankfully it's managed to resolve itself. And Zook now data, so everyone trading fastest laps. Combine, he's going to have a run at ETD here. Side by side into turn 1. He's going to cut the apex off, and I think he's got him. And he does. So Combine trying to go through the field. And Dark's got a 3-second time penalty already. So not a good day for the boys at Haas with multiple penalties already. It's KB trying to get Meso now. And Franz trying to climb over the back of Meso. And Dark losing a couple of places there. And he might be about to lose some more. Meanwhile, back at the top end of town, Sammy is trying to get away from Jono, and Sammy's really using up that tyre, and in fact I think that might be what Jono's trying to get him to do. And Sammy's car really squirrely, it's all over the place. And Jono definitely with a better run out of the turn. And he's going to go straight down the inside here. And he's got him. And Zook is all over the back of Grid Jokes. So Grid Jokes, who was attacking McJammy, is now under attack himself. I think Zook's going to try and set up for a run out of the hairpin here. And it's nice and it's smooth and it's clean from Zook. But is he too far back? Might be this lap. And McJammy's gone past Sammy. He went deep to do it. Grid Jokes tried to go with him. And the two Ferraris, a little bit of contact. And McJammy a little out of sequence there. Just couldn't really get the back end of that car settled. And that might be what Jono needed. Jono might be able to break the DRS here. If Jono can break the DRS on McJammy, That's going to go a long way. And Fish Lips now has got a 3-second time penalty for curb hopping. And ETD has got the same penalty. And ETD's out of the race. Meso's into the pits. So we've got double waved yellows on the main straight. So down to 18 cars. And Meso now leaving the pits. He's taken the pain early. Okay, that may be a connection issue with ETD. We'll have to keep an eye on that because his car is still circulating. No, it's gone now. We're good. So Jono again all over the back of McJammy. And he's going to try and get it down the back straight. McJammy with just a much better corner exit. He somewhat walked away from Jono there. And Dark's in the pits. So Dark will probably be going to the hard tyre to finish the race. Still a good chance that we'll see a safety car. Meanwhile, a little further back, heading toward the mid-pack, we've got Blicky all over the back of Data. And Dark's gone onto the medium tyre, so maybe doing the double stop. KB's back up to 15th meanwhile, a little further back. And Blicky's actually managed to go past Data. Zenetsu trying to get involved in it as well now. Toasty in a little bit of no man's land. And Grid Jokes has just gone past Sammy, and it was a pretty good move. And Jono's retaken the lead of the race. McJammy trying to hunt him down. And Jono trying to take advantage through the S's of the grippier tyre. And these two have actually managed to start to walk away from the cars behind. Zoolander's into the pits. So he could be throwing away those mediums for a set of hards. Hards definitely viable at this stage to get to the end. I expect we will see a safety car. Now, whether it's an early one or a late one is going to have a massive effect on this race. And John has actually lost the position now to McJammy, but he's still all over the back of him. These two are going to be fighting this whole race, I expect. Of course, the safety car at just the right time, as Zook has now got a 3-second time penalty, could really help Jono. And Jono right under the rear wing of that Ferrari. And Blicky coming under a little bit of siege. Oh, a big snap of oversteer out of the turn. Somehow manages to hold on to it. And Fishlips has gone past KB. Now can Dada get Blicky down the back straight here? As Sammy's gone past Zoo. Franz is a 3-second time penalty. And that'll be for curb hopping. And it's a very nice move from Dada. Didn't even need the whole straight. And Jono's tyres potentially just starting to wear off. We are approaching that pit window. Oh, and we've got an issue in Sector 3. Whatever it is has cleared itself. Fishlips all over the back of KB at the moment. And Zook is into the pits. So I think Zook is going to change out to those hard tyres, run to the end of the race. And Zenetsu now with the penalty. Oh! Something happened to KB there. I think he might have lost the back of the car. Yeah, looks like he's lost the back of the car. Kakarot has also got a penalty. Lots of people getting penalty. Grid Jokes has just gone past Sammy. So they're jostling over position. Jono back to the lead of the race. And KB's got a 3-second time penalty now. So Jono might be about to come in. He'll definitely be able to get the 18 laps required on the hard tyre. Nope, he's staying out. I think he's probably going to try and see if we're going to get a safety car. For the moment, about a third of the grid have time penalties, so that's going to... I mean, it's pretty much, they're all in one area, so it's pretty much all neutralised itself. The only person out of sequence on those penalties is actually Zenetsu. I think it... Oh, and we've got a caution in Sector 3. Oh, and I think Fishlips has had a crash in the pits. Going into the pits. So, that's potentially problematic. I think now would be prime opportunity for Jono to actually duck into the pits, because there'll be nothing that McJammy can do about it. And it will give Jono clear air, more importantly. And nope, looks like Jono's staying out. He might be trying to force McJammy as Gridjokes goes into the pits. He might be trying to force McJammy onto a two-stop. Or potentially Jono's going to go into the soft tyre. And that would not be a bad move. as they fly through the S's. So close on pace, these two. So Jono's back to the lead of the race now. And looks like Sammy, Data and Zenetsu have gone into the pits. And Dark has got a 3-second time penalty now. So we're now looking at about half the field with time penalties. I dare say it'll be very interesting if we don't see them all with penalties, and then the penalties all have to be worked out as McJammy is going to go past Jono in the DRS zone, and Zook with another 3-second time penalty. And looks like Zook and Zenetsu arguing over real estate. And it's really the only other battle. And Jono's gone into the pits, fainted McJammy. And he's got about half the race done on these mediums. He's going to go onto the hards. Now the question is, what is his hard pace like? Especially now that McJammy won't be getting his grid jokes, is right on the back of him now. Especially as McJammy will no longer be getting DRS. Whereas, looking at where Jono's come out, it looks like Jono will still get that boost. So him and grid jokes, they'll be able to slingshot each other. And honestly, at the moment, it looks like Jono is within the range, especially because the fresh tyre, as Fishlips gets a penalty, and we got something happening in sector 2. It's cleared now. So McJammy really needs to come in. I think that Jono's actually going to have him on the undercut here. Jono coming through the S is sort of battling with grid jokes. McJammy could definitely be in trouble here starting on those hard tyres. Especially with how much Jono is eating into the lead. Grid Jokes is going to have a send here. And Jono's not even going to fight it because he knows he'll get DRS. And that's Meso getting a 3-second time penalty now. And McJammy's in. So this is where we'll see. And Grid Jokes with a 3-second time penalty now. Oh, someone spun at the hairpin. It might be KB. And they've got it in front of him. So McJammy's actually lost 3 places. So he's also going to get past his teammate. So McJammy might be in a little bit of trouble here because he's also 2 seconds off his teammate. Even if he is on the softer, faster tyre. But position is everything. McJammy's come out in a crowd. Blicky's got a 3-second time penalty. McJammy having come out in a crowd, it means he's going to have to make some moves. Whereas Jono's in clean air, he can continue to get the slingshot from Grid Jokes. Now these two need to be smart at the top end of town. They can continue to slingshot each other and get away. But the last thing they need is to push themselves back into McJammy. Though it's going to be a tall order in a 4 group for McJammy to act, especially when they're DRS training, for McJammy to actually get back to the lead of the race. He got pipped. He got pipped in the sprint race. Will he get pipped again in the feature? And no changes down the back straight this lap. This is where it's going to be problematic for McJammy. I think Sammy just let him through. However, Grid Jokes and Jono won't be so nice. And Grid Jokes is going to have the pace and the DRS to defend. And McJammy now has the fastest lap of the race. Jono had it for about half a second. Oh, a little wide there from Sammy. And KB's done the 2-stop. KB's back onto medium tyres. Oh, big snap of oversteer there for Sammy. That's taken him out of the train. And looks like Dark and Meso are in. And McJammy trying to get it down the inside of Grid Jokes. And now the fight's on. Grid Jokes has done what he could. Unless he can give a real send. And we've got yellows in sector 2 and KB's out of the race. And it's a safety car. And at this stage of the race, Jono could actually dive into the pits, get fresher medium tyres on. He'll still be out before Data. That could be the strategy play here. Oh boy, and we've got a couple of drive-throughs as well. So the question is Jono going to send it into the pits? He's already met the tire requirements. Honestly, myself, I would. Hell, to be fair, I'd even go to the soft tire at this point. We're gonna be under safety car until probably about lap 23. So that's realistically 5-6 laps. So the soft tire play might be an option for Jono here. There's a good chance he's not going to be able to defend McJammy for the rest of the race with McJammy on those 2-lap fresher medium tires. And he is in, he's in. McJammy also in. The top 4 are all in. No, Jono's gone onto the mediums. I think whoever goes onto the soft tyres here is going to win. There's no hold up, there's a double stack at Ferrari. Data stayed out. The top 7 all went into the pits. Now Toasty's gone onto the soft tyre. He might be the big winner out of all of this. Soft tyre, definitely a viable option. They're only going to have about 5 or 6 laps left of the race. I'm just wondering if perhaps Jono didn't have any soft tyres left. Dark's also opted for soft tyres. So Data's going to be in control of the restart. Definitely watch out for Toasty in that V-carb. Because he is the lead soft tyre runner. So Toasty doesn't have any penalties either. That's the other thing. So I think we can, and Meso's got a 3-second time penalty for curb hopping, and he's got that under the safety car rather unfortunate. Oh, that's a 10-second time penalty, and he's out of the race. So Toasty could potentially jump here about 4 or 5 places. I mean, Data's going to be in charge of the restart, but he's also got a drive-through penalty. Grid Jokes, Blicky, Zenetsu, and Zook all have time penalties as well. So this could work. Okay, that's going to be investigated, because that could potentially give Jono a penalty. So that's, I would say, even though it's given Jono control of the restart, but I would say that with Data only falling back to second, it's going to be an obstruction for McJammy. I would say this is going to be investigated. Because this, and he's pulled into the pits. I don't believe you can serve a drive-through under the safety car. I don't believe you should be allowed to either, all things being fair, if that's what he's trying to do. Nope, he was changing tyres. Okay, that's fine. Because, yeah, he does have a drive-through penalty. That's also gained Toasty a place, in fact. Because, yeah, he's still got... And we'll just change the detail to penalties. Yeah, so he's still got that drive-through. Alright, good chance we'll see the safety car in this lap. So, yep, looks like Jono will control the restart. And we're away racing again. And Toasty's definitely going to be able to make some gains. We've got 6 laps left in the race. Now, if Jono can actually break that DRS gap, McJammy's going to have a bit of a problem. We can definitely expect to see Data in at the end of this lap service drive-through. He'll need to avoid the DQ. Oh, big snap of oversteer there from McJammy. And Data going past Zoolander in the background there. But it's gonna pretty much come to naught because they're gonna come through here. Data's gonna dive into the pits to serve that drive through. DRS is now enabled. And Data's going through the pits for the drive through. And if Toasty can keep it neat and tidy, he's going to gain about 4 places and actually get a 4th place finish. He doesn't need to do a lot. He just needs to stay. He just needs to stay within these guys. Because the penalty situation is what makes it interesting. So he needs to basically stay within 3 seconds of grid jokes, and he'll get 4th place. And that's a 3-second time penalty to Kakarot now. It looks like McJammy's going to try and go for a move now on Jono. He's going to get through. Jono definitely proving that he can drive the medium tyre a bit better. And he's strategically very smart and very quick. And he's right under the rear wing of McJammy as McJammy closes the door on him. And Sammy's there ready to pounce when this all goes to custard for both of them. And Jono getting a really good run out of the final turn. McJammy's got the fastest lap, probably in part due to the DRS. And Jono's going to stay with him. And we'll stay on board with Jono for this lap. See if he can get him. And Jono's right on the limit. Zoolander with a 3-second time penalty now. Meso's out, he's left the session. And McJammy going just a little deep. And Jono's on DRS. And he's going to sail past them. And gets the car pulled up nice and tidy, and Sammy's got a 3-second time penalty. And meanwhile, Toasty in the V-carb. Just trying to stay in touching distance on these soft tyres. I mean, Toasty doesn't need to do a lot, he just needs to stay in touching distance with these guys, and he'll gain all 3 places. Meanwhile, top end of town, Jono's taking the lead of the race again. And Zook and Blicky battling for position as Jono locks up the front left, turning in there. And we're going to have 2 laps to go at the line. Alright, 2 to go now. And Franz with a 3-second time penalty. So Jono just needs to hold on for 2 more laps. And Jono looks to be trying to save the battery a little bit. Fish Lips also with a 3-second time penalty. In fact, there's only about 5 or 6 drivers right now that don't have time penalties. And McJammy couldn't get close enough there to get it done. This is where it's going to get feisty, because we're about to be into the final lap of the race. Can Jono get the double? He won the sprint. And he's pulling a bit of a gap to McJammy through sector 3. Here we go for the final lap of the race. McJammy's going to throw everything at him. And there's a yellow in sector 3, so someone's had a little bit of an off. So they fly through the S's. Jono's going to have to use everything that's left in the car. Half a second the gap. McJammy's going to be on the DRS. Jono's going to be using maximum battery. Goes maximum defensive straight away. He's going to force McJammy the long way round. McJammy's going to try and have a dive. Jono trying to go, and he's cut in the inside. Oh, big contact there. McJammy turning in, was not paying attention, and he's lost second as well. He's down to third. Jono's going to get the win here. McJammy is still going to manage to get second. So Jono wins the sprint, he wins the feature, gets the double, and now the penalties are going to all work themselves out. Oh, what a spicy race that was with Fish Lips, the only one crossing across the line. He's crossing it now. Jono's won the race, and that is another week at WSL. Be sure to join us in 2 weeks' time. I believe next week is a break week. We'll see you all then.